What's up, Lego builders? Welcome back to Coconut Brick Studios for week 5 of building Umbara. But before we get into this week's update, I have some very big news. I'm sure some of you guys already know this, but I recently passed 500 subscribers on YouTube, which is awesome. I hit this last milestone faster than any other milestone, and I'm extremely grateful for that, and I'm extremely grateful for all of your guys' support and help in getting me there. As I said in last week's video, I will be doing a mock contest to celebrate this 500 subscriber milestone. However, I did hit this milestone much faster than anticipated, so I'm not as prepared to announce the contest. So what's going to happen is next Sunday, instead of an Umbara update, I'm going to be officially starting the contest. So I'll give you guys all the rules, the parameters, the deadline, the prize, everything. So stay tuned for next Sunday as I will be officially announcing that. All that aside, I have a very exciting update for this week. I got a huge package in full of parts, and so we're gonna make some very good progress on Umbara. But enough talk, let's go take a look. First things first, let's start off this week by busting open this absolutely massive package. This thing is packed full of all kinds of goodies for Umbara. This is actually one of the packages that was stuck in customs. This one I ordered, I think, at the beginning of April, so it's been over a month, and I honestly thought it wasn't going to come, but miracles do happen, everybody. We've got parts. So it looks like the sender split this order into two parts. So on the left, we have all things plate. This is over 100 pieces of black plate, and so you guys can see why I would have much preferred to get this package at the beginning of Umbara, because unfortunately most of this plate is going to be rendered obsolete as I've ordered and gotten most of the plate I need already. Over here on in this other package, we have some slightly more interesting stuff. We have 75 bricks, we've got skinnier plate, we've got 1x plate, we've got, a nice little Geonosis battle droid. This guy is obviously not for Naboo, but whenever I'm buying parts from a store, I always check out their minifig section to see if there's any cool minifigs. And this type of droid, the Geonosis B1 battle droid, is my all-time favorite droid. So I was very happy to see that they had one and I picked one up. Maybe for a future Geonosis mock. Who knows? We've got some more plate here. I'm not going to bore you guys with the details of everything, but we do have ourselves 5 more of these Umbaran troopers. So with the coming in of this package, I think I should be all set for Umbaran troopers, which is really nice. And then we also have a bunch more studs. So as you guys can see, I have a whole heap of plate. That means it's time to get cracking on Umbara. Here's what's going on. I am just about ready to finish off this hill area, but before I did, I wanted to kind of show you guys what's been going on internally. So we just have tons and tons of pillars, a lot of pieces from Naboo. Really glad I have lots of that filler brick. So hopefully you can kind of see a little bit better of what I'm trying to do. I'm going to create a higher top of the hill right here, and then kind of a lower area down there. And I'm still working on this part because I need this path to plane out onto that plateau, and then this path is going to have to plane up onto here. But with the arrival of that giant package that I showed you guys in my haul, I was able to finish off this area nicely. And don't be afraid if it looks a little flat and a little boring. I have a solution for that. This is just the base layer of terrain. We're going to be coming back here later and working more on that. So what I'm going to do now is basically just finish off this last part of the terrain part, the hill, and then I'll check back with you guys. Guys, the terrain is officially done, the base layer that is, and this is an absolutely huge milestone. I'm so excited to finally have all this done. This will really help me visualize where everything's going to go now and how the final mock's going to look, because up until that hill was completely finished, which you guys just barely saw, I didn't really know how this was going to come together. So I'm very happy to have it done. I think this hill turned out pretty nicely. It's very big, which is good because I wanted a lot of this area to be very hilly because where they land, where the clone troopers land, is kind of a flat field and slowly slopes up into a taller ridge. So I wanted this to be kind of the beginning of the slope up. And as you can see, I was able to make this pathway plane up onto this upper plateau very nicely. Just use some slope pieces and some wedge plates to really help that plane in. And of course I will be adding smaller bricks and bits to this whole mock to kind of make it look more detailed. We are now officially starting the next phase of the mock, and that is detailing. What I'm going to be doing is taking all of these 1x2s, 1x3s, 1x4s, basically all kinds of small plate, and I'm going to be adding almost a layer of kind of greebling over the top of this to really break up any of these flat areas and make everything look very dynamic. What's up, guys? I am back with one final update for the week, and boy was this a good week for Umbara. I made a ton of progress. I got all of the terrain finished. This hill is looking good, and as you guys can see, I've started placing down the red studs to represent some of the red plant life. And then here in the back, I've started with the secondary terrain. So this is what I've been talking about for a while. I've done a little bit more work here on the other side as well, although it does need a little bit more of a touch up, and then I'm going to move on up that way once I get more parts in. I also have a lot of these little claws and spikes like this one placed down on the mock. These are to represent just the small claw-like plants. If you guys watch this episode of the Clone Wars, you'll be able to see along the entire terrain of Umbara, there are these little claw-like plants protruding up from the ground. So I want to add a bunch more of these throughout the mock, and then probably next week I'll start placing down some of the bigger, taller plants. That wraps up this week of building Umbara. I really hope you guys like what you see, because I sure do. It's looking really good. Without further ado, let's hit that outro. I hope you guys enjoyed this update as much as I did. I had a lot of fun finishing out all that terrain, and it's very good to finally have it complete, because now I can really finalize in my head where all the plant life is going to be going and like where the minifigures are going to start to go. And I'm finally starting to enter the final stages of the mock. Don't forget, like I said in the intro, I'm going to be doing my 500 subscriber mock contest next Sunday. And if you haven't heard anything about this, I would highly recommend checking out that video coming out this Sunday, because it's going to be a very fun mock contest. It's going to be an Order 66 mock contest, and trust me, you will not want to miss out if you have the opportunity to enter. That about wraps up this week of building Umbara. Really hope you guys like this video. As always, if you guys have any questions whatsoever about the mock, I'm more than happy to answer them down below in the comments. I love talking with you guys down there. And if you guys like this video, don't forget to leave me a big thumbs up. And as always, if you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing so you won't miss out on future Umbara updates. But until next time, happy building.